So
As
why
you
would
walk
you
in,
want me to?
Well,
Brax
it's complicated.
doing the typical bartender rub down of the countertop. And he looks over to you and he sees you, Lizzie, and he sees Kuman, and he kind of gives you the cold nod. It's friendly, particularly for Brack, but then Cal walks in behind you and he goes, Cal! It's good to see you. Come. Sit down.
Yeah,
What can I get you? What do you need?
Just the usual, man.
All right. I don't remember what we named his cook, but he turns around the window and he motions and he's like, He'll be right out. I promise. Best in the house.
Yeah, of course. Nothing.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Yeah. Lizzie, do you know Cal? Cal's like the best doctor. Have you met him? He saved. Oh, I can't even go into it. It's just he's so amazing. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Lizzie is like floored. Like she just picks her jaw off the floor and smiles and nods at Brack. Hey, yeah, great, Brack. I'm so glad you and Cal know each other. She just shoots daggers at Cal. Like, what the heck, man? All right.
That I know Cal? I know Cal. Cal and I are like this. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm so glad you guys know each other too.
Yeah,
we definitely do. Yeah, we're partners now. It's good, looking for jobs and opportunities,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Well, Lizzie, I expect you to take good care of Cal then.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know Lizzie. You know she's gonna take it.
Yep. So what can I do for you guys?
Oh, I would love some of that drink that I can't remember the name of.
Drink? I know. I was like trying to help you.
I think we called it a special. I just think we called it the
special.
The special.
Yeah.
It's just like what did we say? It was like 70-80% alcohol.
We said it is some of the strongest moonshine you can get on the planet.
Yeah.
It doesn't even necessarily taste that good.
All
right.
Lizzie,
yeah. Another special.
Have some of that because she needs something to get the strain off. Will food help with that?
Hey, can we get another special? My friend over here, he points to Kuman. Got a little injury. We're gonna need to clean the wound, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have an extra rag or something that we could, tend to his wounds at all? He's got a pretty bad one. I don't know if you know this, but
hey,
I didn't think it was that bad till we drove over here.
Keep it down. And he kind of leans in and he says, I don't know how much Lizzie's told you or what you know, but we have a working med bay up there for any rebel assignments that go haywire. So if you
and she elbows him real hard. Like
I'm sorry, I didn't know you had that.
Yeah.
That would have been good in the past if you know what I mean, having that there. That would have been nice. Back in
Yeah.
But hey, it all worked out, didn't it?
This is a more recent development. So yes, you did.
We took care of it. We're good.
My look and says, but I'm not a rebel.
I know this. But I'm just saying for Cal, he can
don't worry, man.
Feel free to use the facility. It's totally cool. And if you
that would be a great opportunity for me to talk to you. In fact, let's just go do that right now. Do you think you could escort us up there? Because I would love to have a conversation with you, Brack.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Brack. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
We grab Kuman and we drag him to the med bay.
Not a rebel.
That's what he says while he gets taken by the shoulder. Not a rebel.
Brack pretty much ignores that, but he's busy trying to talk to Cal in kind of this excited, hushed tone. He's like, "Yeah, I've been thinking that we should be reaching out to you, Cal. I mean, things are starting to ramp up a little bit, and they might get a little bit dangerous, and so we need a medic we can call. I know down at the base that they've got somebody, but that's just kind of a droid, and it doesn't really know as much as
you know. Hey, absolutely, man. I'm always open to helping you out. You're Brack. You're Brack. Why wouldn't I want to help you out?
Of course. All right.
Absolutely.
And he shows you guys in, and as you guys remember, the Dicey Cantina it's in Central Innsmouth, so it's in the slums of this corporate world, and it's under the major overpass, like basically the Drunken Well government built to forget about this place, and so it's kind of always in dark and shadow and all of that, but everything's kind of piecemealed together as well. So if you remember it's kind of an older freighter, space freighter that has been like crashed and converted into this bar, and it has like all the blast steel and tables and all these ship parts and things like that. And basically, as you guys come in, he pries open the sliding doors because doesn't have that much power, and kind of holds them open for you guys to walk in. And there's this kind of dingy medical bay that would have been on the ship, and it's got the med bed in the middle of it and the flickering fluorescent lights, and it's got this real teal green hue to it all. It's not dirty, but it feels like it's going to be dirty forever. You don't necessarily want to touch everything, and I think Brack's taking good care of it. But at the same time, it looks like you are in a crashed spaceship med bay. So as you guys get in, he lets the doors just slowly.
Does he come in with us?
Yes, he's in with you.
Okay, good.
And you guys, it's pretty tight space. Space is a commodity. Now I'm just thinking about space freighter. Yeah. So, it's just a little bit bigger than a bathroom with this table in the middle of it.
We'll let, I hand the tentacle over to Cal, the best surgeon ever, and let him in the med bay take care of Kumin while I deal with Brack.
Oh, are you going to reattach that?
That's
I haven't seen surgery like this before.
Yeah, well, get ready because you're about to see a successful surgery that you've never seen before.
So aren't we all?
So does Kumin let me do this, or is there any resistance?
There's definitely resistance.
So then I guess that comes down to my favorite part, everybody, the charm check to let me operate on you.
Now, your disarming smile is a combat ability, right? Because
It is. So it actually has to. Yeah, it has to do with like combat stats. It seems.
so
Correct me if I'm wrong,
what you're
Andrew.
saying is you're okay if this becomes combat.
Well, yeah, because then it lowers all your defense. I can just smile at you. I think it'd be interesting. I'm willing to go for it. You get your tentacle. My lights punched out. So.
We're in a bathroom.
Hey, I've had worse places. Trust me.
He's operated in worse places.
I think that there's a little bit of series of rules that are going to be a part of this, but I think that we have to save Kumin. And so from that, I think that we're going to be Cal's working on this while Lizzie and Brack are talking a little bit, and to be able to make sure that I don't miss a good step here for us, I think we'll assume that Lizzie's just filling Brack in at first, and that Cal, you've probably turned your back. You're not letting necessarily everybody see your secret craft here. And I think that the first thing you have to do,
if I didn't.
you're standing at the table of all the medical instruments with the tentacle on the silk handkerchief, and I think you have to make the medicine check first.
Okay.
So, what's a good difficulty for this medicine check? I think it's going to be formidable.
Reattach a tentacle, dang.
To
have to move.
No, it's not a.
It's just gotta stay. It's just gotta.
No,
glue.
you were rolling to see how much knowledge you picked up while you were being a fake doctor to
okay.
know what any of these tools in front of you do.
Okay.
So,
Or how to
an
operate.
actual-
Is that fair?
Yeah, just
Okay.
know what you're doing.
Okay. Because I feel like I know what each one was, but the big question is, can I use them?
So you've got 4 purple dice, and I'm adding a black dice as well because Kuman's not human.
Can I also get a blue dice because Brack's confidence bolsters my bravado?
No,
And I
Brax
feel
doesn't know
very
anything about medicine.
No,
which is why he loves you
Feel
so-
confident.
You feel greatly confident, but it is not a boost to your knowledge of
So
medicine.
difficult. That's
It's a good
insane.
try. It is a good try, but no, you may not have a boost to your
Right.
medicine check.
This must be some complex stuff.
It's why real doctors go to school for so long.
Yeah.
Hey, that could have been so much worse.
Yeah, that was actually decently close. Well, it would have been a wash, so never mind. I was gonna say that black dice is what got me in, but it would have just been a wash.
Because there are no red dice.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if it had gotten worse, the series would have gotten worse as well. But so basically, Cal, you know that you don't know how any of these things work.
Never
You
stopped me
want to
before.
know. You want to know, but you do not know. And
Maybe-
because you didn't roll any threats, what I'll tell you is that there is a straight up roll of bandages on the table. You don't know how that would be helpful necessarily in reattaching a tentacle permanently, but it's there.
Isn't there a droid, a medical droid here? Can he just...
Not here. So Brack isn't the Dicey Cantina is more of a way station. And Lizzie would know this, maybe Cal and Kuman, but there is basically a rebel base of operations that has material and personnel and all of that, but that is at like the South Pole. It's in the Arctic
Right.
down there, and that's where the droid is. So Brack is basically stocked up as kind of a way station because you're in the middle of it. This is the capital continent, so to speak, and so if people came in to do some form of mission and things got heated, it's much easier to get to Central Isthmus than it is to get to the South Pole. Because there aren't any cities or anything down there. It's not a developed area, so they can hide there pretty well. All right. So, where's Lizzie at in informing Brack? Where are we at for that conversation? Is she just straight turning over the receiver,
She wants to know what the rebel scuttlebutt is about this operation. Like, if they knew anything about it. It seemed like some of the people that Lizzie was transporting were involved with the rebels. Like, what did they know about it? So she's kind of pumping him for some information, you know. I'm sure he saw the broadcast.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, Lizzie. There's no mission scheduled to get started. I mean, we just barely got the operation down there going. That while they're saying it was rebels, it wasn't us.
Okay, so it wasn't at all. You
It
guys.
wasn't.
Well, then I have something that I think you might find really interesting. On one of the guys who claimed to be fighting back against the Imperials and, you know, whatever, I confiscated this. And I hand over the earpiece.
Oh,
Arn recommended that I drop this by, and that's really the reason we stopped by to see you. I mean, obviously the food and to see you, of course, but
yeah, and I do have a tab from Tets that I need to talk to you about as well.
yeah, I'm sure you do. Okay. Yeah, Cal will handle that. And then
Oh, what?
yeah,
Never mind. Sorry. Just medical business. Don't worry. Don't pay
You're-
any mind.
big doctor money. But yeah, so we just tuned to an Imperial frequency that they were using up until an hour or two ago. So I don't know if this can help, but
You were able to get an Imperial frequency on that?
yeah.
On
Why does that
the
surprise you?
on the headset that you took from one of the soldiers that attacked you?
No. one of my passengers. So I'm assuming this is all a giant Imperial plot. Like,
well, that points to it, because you can't actually. I mean, even if you have the decode protocol to tune into a frequency, you can't turn into Imperial frequencies without it being an Imperial receiver. That's part of the encryption process. So that points to the person you took this from is an Imperial agent.
Yeah, I can give you a description of him, all three of them, and I do.
But these were the rebels?
Well, we don't know what they were. They were just people I was supposed to transport from Blast Corp to SGI. When the attack started, they pretended to fire into the crowd, or they did fire, blasters or whatever towards the people that were coming at us, and they said, die Imperial scum or whatever, but then they all conveniently disappeared without much of a fight almost immediately. So it smelled of a setup to me. And
then from what you were saying, that Madame Vail gave that news report very quickly after the whole event.
Yeah, she's in it up to her ears, for sure.
My paranoia is saying that this is definitely an Imperial plot, because they stand to benefit from this legislation. If they accuse the rebels of attacking SGI, then we're playing right into their hands. We're going to have to do something about that.
Yes.
And so as he's putting those pieces together with you, Lizzie, I think that, Kuman, you have an opportunity to tell us what you've been doing while Cal's been mulling over the medical instruments. So it's
plotting,
pretty...
I mean, just either plotting my escape from this room, or trying to figure out how we're going to get at Vail's apartment.
Okay. So, I mean, looking around, it's a small room, and the basic layout with that bed in the middle, as I see it, is as you came in through the entrance, Cal went off to one side of the doors, where the medical table was, and then Brack and Lizzie are talking.
Make a stealth check? Sorry, can I just make a stealth check to leave the room very quietly?
Well, as I was going to say, Lizzie and Brack are basically having this conversation right by the door.
Yeah, we're in the doorway.
So the door is closed all the way so that it can be a private conversation. And as you recall, it's not powered to do anything but to pull it open. But I'll give you the same difficulty stealth check to find a place to hide in this room from Cal.
A cat at the vet, in the sink.
So you've got 5 purple dice because of your critical injury and a setback because it's such a small room.
Okay, I can do this.
That's the confidence I'm looking for. Oh my god! What? That is the craziest roll I've ever seen.
I am Batman.
What do you do with 2 triumphs there, though?
You turn your back, everybody turns their back for just a second, and I'm gone.
You did not succeed.
Yeah,
I didn't,
because it calculates the successes, so it's a wash, 2 threat and 2 triumphs. So
he didn't succeed at sneaking out the door, but he accidentally fell silently through a panel that got him out. That's 2 triumphs.
Yeah, that's
insane. I've never seen that before.
I'm not saying he's out of the room necessarily. I mean, I'm open to ideas of how to spend these triumphs, but a quick suggestion might be that 2 triumphs is enough for Kuman to pick up the tentacle reattachment tool and to hand it to Cal. and to suffer 2 strain to have his tentacle reattached.
Can you just grab the tool himself and do it?
I mean, his skill's as good as Cal's.
It really is. Like the medicine check is the same.
I think this succeeds.
Okay.
I think your tentacle is reattached.
And that means his critical wound is gone, right?
No, because this is just cosmetics at this point. If you had
Basically
succeeded at the
stable
medicine check, I'd let you take the critical off. And we can make... Oh, let's see. So...
I have a droid that can make the medicine check.
Yes. But he's not here.
No, but we
You
could
do
go to-
have... Kuman, you do have the opportunity for rolling the medicine check to get rid of it. If you want, from this as well.
I might as well.
But I think for the 2
Wait,
threat,
wait.
you definitely let Cal take credit for this.
What is the medicine check? What's your medicine check, Kuman?
It's set the difficulty set by the
Okay, what's your int
roll.
is my question.
Oh, 2.
I'm the best doctor we have. Like, let me help him.
I am.
Nah, I'll just take care of it. I
There's
have
only one of us that's been a doctor, so.
Could I? Oh, okay. Could I use the 2 triumphs to upgrade the check? Upgrade the dice pool twice. So it'd be 2 greens upgraded twice versus what's that? 4 purple and a black.
So where I'm at is you're spending 1 to create the tool to give you the opportunity at the very least. I'll let you upgrade once for the other triumph.
If Lizzie notices we could stealthily reattach, she could make the roll maybe better, and then we could still let Cal take the credit for it.
I'm pretty sure Cal's taking the credit regardless of what's going on
That's
here.
great, yeah.
I think Lizzie's busy getting this crucial information from Brack.
Okay.
Of putting all this pieces together of what we're after. So
Until she
Kuman's on
starts
his
smelling
own.
the burning flesh from the reattachment tool.
All right. So it's still 4 purple and a black.
That's the base difficulty. I think.
Okay.
Yes, and your wound doesn't
my wound,
affect
yeah.
intelligence. So yeah. Let's see.
Almost.
That's close. Who would have thought it was this hard to put a tentacle back on?
With no
Solder
medical
it
skills.
back on.
No medical skills. And just a tool that's labeled tentacle reattachment device.
Seems so straightforward.
It's so straightforward.
Like hot glue, right?
That's what I thought.
I didn't make you add strain for those other 2 threat, did I?
But
You haven't applied it yet?
We're done. Yeah.
Okay. Because now I'm going to spend all 3 of those threat to let Cal sweet talk his way into making a check as well.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So he has to pass the opposed charm
So it's
to get the
What
opportunity.
is charm against then? I don't know.
These
that.
are going to be Kuman stats.
Right, but which stat?
His charm opposes my
Yeah, what opposes charm? Vigilance? Which is hilarious because you're super good at vigilance and super good at charm.
Let's do it.
This is great. That's great. I love that.
It'll be some
So-
discipline-based thing in the future, but today, Kuman's
It's
just
vigilance for sure.
Yeah, I think it's
because
hilarious.
I'm on my guard.
not only
Yeah,
are you on your
that's
guard.
fair.
I think you're
That's fair.
staring at Cal as you're like
And I
doing
think
this.
He's also holding the tools. So I have to convince him to hand it over. I think it's fair. I think
Yeah.
the harder the better.
Yeah.
Beat that.
So do I have to beat his roll? I thought it was
Yes.
his vigilance turned into.
Well,
my
you can.
difficulty.
You could have done it that way, but this way, Kuman gets to roll too. So
Okay. I just want to make sure. Let me make sure I have no difficulty.
So his successes are your failures. His advantage are your threats.
Got it.
And vice versa. It works both ways in the rule set.
Oh.
So.
He has one extra. I have a success and a threat, I guess. Then.
Yeah. So you win.
So Cal wins, but Kuman. This is advantageous for Kuman more than Cal.
That's fair. So hey, man, I'd convince you to like, hey, would you rather get your tentacle reattached, or would you rather hear about it all night? Just get it over with. If you just let me reattach it now, you don't have to hear another word. I'll just. He
involuntarily glances at Lizzie, looks at you, and says, "Do it."
Thank you. And he reattaches it. See,
well,
good as new.
It is reattached, but you also may now make the medicine check.
Oh, dang it! So I convinced it.
Oh, you know what?
Now
And I apologize because I did this wrong. Your difficulty on that medicine check, Kuman, should have been the difficulty set by the critical +2. I think it would have been. So it's probably the same, ultimately.
Yeah,
because it was self.
Was 2.
Okay. So that was just to convince him to allow me to.
Yes.
Okay.
And you are now using the proper tool in somewhat the proper way. And this is the final roll for the night on the tentacle. But you may now roll an average medicine check.
Yeah, all right. Good old 50-50. That's what I like to see.
You gotta make this.
All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
No.
Here we go. Woo! It's your boy Cal with the triple success.
And the 2 threats.
And the thing.
He was kind of glancing over that part.
Yeah.
Little tunnel vision on just the 3 success.
All right. So Kuman can remove the effects of the critical injury. It is no longer an agonizing wound. It sticks out a little weird.
Like, okay, so maybe you know how like hair like has like memory to it? Like maybe
he's got a cowlick.
But I turned it the other way so it goes up against the grain. So his whole dreads come down and like one pokes up like that.
And I think until Kuman can do some kind of beauty regimen to the tentacles, it's going to add a black dice to all intimidation checks. Okay, because you look way cuter now.
I love it. That's great. That couldn't have gone better.
Until you can take some kind of shower or get tentacle gel or whatever.
It's reattached as is, as it was, and you look cuter. So what can I say? You're welcome.
And he's got that Superman curl.
Yes.
But it makes him mad because he's trying to be Batman.
But yeah.
Thanks for joining us. You know the deal here. Subscribe to stay tuned to our misadventures. If you enjoyed us, give us a like and hit that bell icon. And of course, keep us honest on the rules and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time on the Dicey Cantina.